gravy.
How do you do your onion gravy?
I start with 2 Vidalia onions. I like using the Vidalias because they're sweeter and they brown up nice. And I saute them in a little olive oil, a little butter. Just start cooking them down. Not to where they're like caramelized all the way, but they're really translucent and really soft. I like them to be that way. Then I kind of take them out of the pan. And then I started with.
Do you leave like the bits?
Oh, yeah. You put all that in the pan. And then I put in some beef broth, a little bit of Worcestershire, probably I put a cup of beef broth and a cup of red wine. I deglaze the pan. I add a little Worcestershire to it. I add a little bit of Johnny's to it, a little bit of that kitchen assistant, the beef. And then I took 1 can of cream of mushroom and garlic soup. And I added that.
This is a Mark Williams trick.
Yeah,
right
I put this in like a measuring cup. And then I add a little more beef broth to the can just to kind of get it rinsed out. And I slowly start whisking that in and whisking it up to where it's not lumpy. It kind of turns it into its own little sauce. And then I start slowly adding that in to the deglazed pan that I'm doing. And I bring it up, let it come up to a nice boil, not super hard boil, but to where it's reducing, it's simmering. I cut it back a little bit and I put my onions back in there and let it all come together and I taste it and see if it needs anything. Most of the time it's just cracked black pepper is all it needs because it's got plenty of salt from everything. I did season the onions a little bit with some AP and a little bit of prime beef just to keep those flavors going. It kind of wakes them up.
That kitchen assistant's got a lot of.
But the onion brings some sweetness, and then you get the Worcestershire a little bit of the Worcestershire flavors, and you get the garlic and the the onion. All those flavors go together, so it's just a brown gravy that's fortified with all these flavors. And that I probably need to write that recipe down because it's such a good brown gravy recipe. It goes with anything.
You do need to write that recipe down.
It goes with anything. It is really, really good. I mean, we served it like mashed potatoes. Then you get you some roast, and then you put your gravy over the top of it, and then you have your other beef, your flat iron on the side, and then you've got your lima beans and pinto beans and corn and green beans and what else? Squash, and
cornbread,
fresh sliced tomatoes, and corn on the cob.
Sounds like y'all had like Easter.
Oh man, it was. It really was. It was.
Malcolm's mom.
She goes
throws down.
Yeah. When she throws down. Yeah. You talk about sides. She's a sides queen. There ain't no chick to that. It's just straight up queen.
I agree.